So we're making some improvements in the warehouse. So everything at the minute is organized apart from the main bit, which is the listing area. So I thought it'd be perfect to make a little video showing you before and after. So it's all about streamlining everything and just getting everything uniformed, neat, tidy, looking good, you know. So this is it before. It's a state. It's literally just a dumping ground. Stuff comes in, we dump it here. Stuff going out, we dump it here. It's just a mess everywhere. So our plan is to get that whole section completely transformed and more of a working environment where we can actually have like workstations. I'm getting 2 more lights put in. So that won't happen in this video, but it is in the works. So yeah, we're just gonna tidy this whole area up, move everything around, change everything. And as you can see here, this is also just, everything is just chaotic. So we're gonna make a few changes. It might cost a bit, but it'll be a good investment in my eyes. And then along here, we're thinking about making, this is just brainstorming out loud. As the video goes on, you'll see what we decide. But thinking about maybe like putting a little wall down here, so that will be its separate room. Racking down here for stock to be listed, because at the minute it's just on the floor and just dumped in a pile there. But it doesn't make sense to pull it there just to then drag it back here to draft it, just to then list it there. This is going back and forth. So yeah, as you can see, this is a mess. This space is not used correctly, and well, this is the main part of the business, is the listing, the processing, the stuff that comes in and out. So this is the main bit now, the last final bit to get this warehouse up to where we want it. So we're just going to take you along and show you how we get on. So far we've moved 1 box of shredded paper in this little spot here, which is perfect for it. So that's a first improvement done. While we're here, look at all this vintage South Park stuff, boxes of it, loads down there. That's a new old stock South Park chess set. That's a zombie Kenny backpack. There's some good stuff in here. Looks like a load of t-shirts in there. Unfortunately, one of the boxes had a mouse nest in it, and as you can see, look. So I had to dig through it and save what I could, and the rest of it needs cleaning and making sure it's safe to list. But I managed to save the majority of it. There's still some nice bits in there. Not what you need when you're trying to clear space. A pallet arrives. Cleared a bit of space already, so that's all the parcels out of the way. Just to fill it up with that. Slowly getting there. Bit by bit, getting a little bit of space. Almost through all this South Park stuff. Almost. There is loads of it. And there's more over there. Like just behind there. In fact, I'll show you. So there's a few bits of it here. Loads of South Park stuff to be going through. And another pallet has arrived. We're trying to clear space in here. Slowly getting there. Look at that space. About to be filled with that pallet right there. Slowly getting there. Cleared out the 2 pallets. And then in the corner there was a trolley of scrap brass and copper, which is now gone. So almost. Still waiting on some racking and stuff like that to arrive. But yeah, we're getting there. Bit more progress made. So we got another rack arrive. So we're going to divide this section off a little bit. bit of a mess still. We got to condense all this down, decide what we want, what we don't want, and soon this area will be transformed. Again, another pallet has arrived. Only a small one, but we're trying to clear this place up. This is just what I've been looking for. Some vintage South Park condom. All the South Park stuff has been dealt with. Apart from that, that's used underwear and socks. And racking has arrived. Nice. So we're gonna get some racking along there. Work faster, boy! Work! Good man. So we got some of the racking up. We just got another 2 to do down there. Put that away. We got a chair getting collected today, and it is all coming together slowly. We gotta sort this out still. But yeah. Whoa! Look at that. Organised the shelving, so we got everything where we want it, ready for the new workstation. So this is basically just a huge workstation. We got testing area here. You'll see it all when it falls into place anyway. Still got to move that pallet, but the floor area is getting clear now. And then we got to figure out what's going on here and where to put this. Turns out I might actually be getting the lights today. So I'm gonna have another light there and another light there. Because now we're putting this area to use, it'll brighten that area up a bit. And then also I'm getting one more light, and I'm thinking about getting it here just to brighten this area up. On camera it doesn't look too dark, but in person it's a little bit dark. Not majorly, but just enough to make me want to get lights. But then at the same time, I might get it in this little alley. I'm not sure. Just thought I'll show you this. This is some vintage South Park t-shirts. They'll all be going in Exeter probably. Might go on eBay, but more than likely be Exeter. For about £15–20 a pop, depending on condition. And then while I'm here, I thought I'll show you. So in the description down below, I will put a discount code, which is Stacey55, all in capital letters, to use on Fleek. Minimum spend £110 for £55 discount. And this is the type of stuff you can find on Fleek. So you can get all your vintage clothing needs met on Fleek without having to leave your sofa. So anyone who don't drive or doesn't do car boots, you can buy in bulk on Fleek. They got all sorts of stuff. This is vintage Burberry scarves. You can get some good bargains on there. And use my discount code Stacey55 in capital letters for £55 discount. Minimum spend £110, but you can get some right good stuff in there. And again, this will be in the shop. This is before and after. Look at that, 2 new lights. Probably can't really notice a difference on camera, but you can notice it in person. And then look at that little nice bright corner back here. This used to be real dark, but now it's nice and lit up. So if we go down this end and look at it from there, look how bright that is. This used to be a real dark alley. Don't worry, I haven't relapsed. This isn't the pub. I've only gone and got a pool table for the warehouse. So, the warehouse is finished. And I've just got to get one more table, but I'll do that at a later date. So first up, we got this table here, and this is where, when we pick orders, we're going to put it here. So you can pick them and pack them. Once they're packed, they get put onto this table here. And then I will sit there and print labels, and then they go out the door. And look at that. What a workstation now. All that surface. Whoa. And then we've got everything. So we've got all this new racking down here. We've put a bookshelf there, tubs there that we need. And we've labelled stuff. So in the future, when we get dementia, there's no excuse not to put a shift in. Now, there's two of us here, so if one of us is away, we still know where everything is, as long as we pull it back. But now, along here, will be for like cleaning things and testing stuff. And then over here, this is a desk for smalls. So that's a small fold box, and then we've got the bigger one there. As you can see, we've actually got a microwave in there at the minute. And then for even bigger stuff again, we got that listing bay. And then we've also got this. So I don't actually know what this area is going to be used for yet, but that is a death pile at the minute, but it's going to be emptied, and then we'll have another empty table there along with that one. And then we've separated it off, so we've got racking here, that is the death pile, and then obviously we still got the other unit, which is the death pile. We have a little delivery of bubble wrap, so we've got to put that away. Cardboard's all neatly down there, and then we've got the rest over there. Shoes off now when you come in the warehouse. And this pool table is actually to keep. That is not for sale. That is for when we're having a little rest, have a little gaming pool. And that is everything. If you just stand back and you can see how we've recreated this space, if you can remember what it was like at the beginning of the video, it's transformed. Like this, it's insane. And then also over here, almost forgot, I've gone and bought one of these, Ultrasonic cleaner. Apparently that's a 3 litre one, but look at that. This is a 1 litre bottle. That will almost fill that. How is that a 3 litre? Anyway, 130 quid, and then I think that was like 10 or 15. You dilute that down with water, you put it in there, put it on for 20 minutes or half hour. Once it's got its potion in there, you just put, say, a toy, that's just an example. Leave it for half hour, come back. When you pull it out, this, all that dirt you can see in there, that will all come off and it will look clean as a whistle. So I'm going to set this up and give it a little test, and then I'll show you how well it works. So we're just setting it up now and thought we would take you along with us. Also, this is just a 3 litre one. You can get massive ones like 10, 20, even 30 litre ultrasonic cleaners. Now they're really expensive, so this is a small one, and this was 130 quid, and then obviously 15 quid for the solution. I've got it just to test it, and if I get along with it and it is handy to have, for example, like cleaning that with a toothbrush is going to take a while, and there's going to be areas you can't really get to, and it might not come up as good. So hopefully, if this works as well as what I think is going to work, then over time I will invest in a bigger one and get like a massive 30 litre one. So then I can put huge items in it. You can put things like toys, jewellery, just anything really. So less of my life story. I've put the solution in, and it says in the instructions that if you add a drop or a couple drops of washing up liquid, it will just give it an even better clean. So solution is in there already, which is the red stuff. I'm going to top it up with water. This is cold water. I just ain't got a measuring drill. And then a couple drops of ferro liquid. There we go. And that, right, this toy barely fits in, but I'm going to try it anyway. So this is before, and then I'll show you after. Gotta go down. Right, anyway, hopefully the lid will open. That'll do. Right. Is it on? No.
I'll do that for you.
Right. What do we do now? Oh, bloody hell.
We'll go for 50.
So it says to do the best clean is between 40 and 60. So we're going to go with 50.
We'll see what 10 minutes does, just to see, because that's like...
Do 20 minutes.
20? The whole thing?
So we're going to do 20 minutes. So we're going to leave that running, and we'll come back and show you if it worked. So it's finished its cycle now. We put it on for 20 minutes. So you're going to see this the same time as us. Not that great. It's really hot. So yeah, for an expensive item, I don't rate that. Maybe if we get a smaller toy where we can shut the lid properly and maybe pull it on for longer, or I don't know. Or maybe this just wasn't a good example. Either way, I'm going to try it again with something else. Maybe if we gave it a little clean first, and then, I don't know, mate. I don't know. To be honest, yeah, I wouldn't recommend getting one of them. So that's it. Ignore everything I've just said. I think it is a good bit of kit. We just didn't understand how to do it. So you're supposed to preheat it, but we just whacked it in cold. So obviously it's not going to do its job properly. And then you just tweak like the time you pull it in for and the temperature. So I was too quick to judge on that one. But now we're going to try my gold. So we're going to see if preheating it cleans it a lot better. So that's before, and then we'll show you after. Right, so we've tried it again with something else, and you're meant to let these things preheat, which we didn't know. So this time we've preheated it, and you can't see it on camera, but there's steam coming up, so it's hot. And also, this needs to be fully down, airtight, to not let the ultrasonic energy escape. And also, there's probably going to be ultrasonic cleaner experts out there that are laughing at us. First time ever using one, we're just experimenting on camera with you guys. So, when we done that, that was completely wrong. So no wonder it didn't work very well. But we've done it again with the gold. And that is a lot cleaner. Don't know how well you can see it on camera. But we preheated it this time and put the lid on properly. And oh yeah, you can notice it on that. I don't know how well it's coming up on camera.
It's definitely a lot better. In these like crevices here, it was all like black.
And then behind there, that was all black.
Like,
Not
there was
all black,
in
but
the
that chatty.
Is it in the dimple bits? There was like just like black stuff in there, and that is just all just gone.
So, my thoughts on this, now we use it properly,